Hi everyone, so I have this party makeup look today, which is like pretty basic golden eyes and deep red lips. So let's start. So I'm starting with moisturizing my face. I'm using this small deluxe sample of vitamin E cream from the Body Shop. It's really moisturizing, I really like it. Then for my eye makeup base, I'm using this Indian wood paint pot from MAC. It's a really pretty golden bronze cream base and it's very long lasting, so whatever I'm going to wear on it, it's going to stay on for a really long time. I'm taking my Urban Decay Naked palette and it's been a long time since I've used it. I'm taking this shade called Buck. It's a very nice brown and I'm using it as a transition shade in my crease. Next I'm going to take Smog. I don't want this makeup to be too smoked out, so I'm using this shade. It's a really pretty color and I'm using it on the outer corner of my eyes and blending it at the same time. Next I'm taking Half Baked. This is a bit tricky texture to work with. I tried applying it with a brush, eyeshadow brush, but I couldn't get the payoff, so I'm using my finger to pat the eyeshadow in place. Next I'm taking Smog again and try to blend both the eyeshadows very softly. With a very nice fluffy eyeshadow blending brush, I have taken Buck again and I'm blending it. Next I'm using Virgin from the same palette and using it as a brow bone highlighter. I'm taking this Faces Intense Kajal and lining my eyes very close to my lash line and smudging the kajal using the smudger at the other end of the pencil. I'm applying some of the kajal on the waterline as well. Now we are done with the eye makeup. I'm moving on to my base makeup. I'm using Inglot Under Eye Concealer and YBP Makeup Perfector. This is one of my favorite makeup sponges. In fact, this is the only makeup sponge I'm using these days. I have both Naked and Lust and I love both. This Naked white one is with me for almost 6 months now. You can see it looks as good as new and I really like it for applying my concealer, foundation or setting under eye concealer with powder. The pointed side is really good for getting a precise and neat application of concealer and blending under eye on the under eye area. And the sponge comes in a container, plastic container with this lid, and you can use the lid for foundation. So I've taken out some of my foundation. I'm using Bobbi Brown Long Wear Even Finish foundation. I'm using the rounder side, the bottom side of the YBP sponge and patting the foundation on my skin. By patting you get more coverage. So I'm patting it and blending it at the same time, blending it with the pointy side and patting it with the rounder side. So you can see the makeup has blended very nicely. Now I'm going to set it with the powder. I'm using Color Bar Loose powder. I really like this powder. This is not one of the best finely milled powders, but yes, in Indian market this is like one of the really good powders to set your makeup with. The shade range is very limited. There are only 3 shades available. I have, I guess, Beige Vanilla. This is again light for my skin tone, but it is so fine and almost translucent that you cannot even tell that I have powder on my face. I'm buffing the powder using a buffing brush all over my face except the under eye area, because for under eyes I always use my YBP sponge. Now I'll take some powder on the pointy side of the sponge and press it on my under eye area. This way the concealer sets in place and it doesn't sink into the fine lines and it doesn't crease. I really like setting my concealer this way all the time. Next I'll bronze my face using my Sephora bronzer and this PAC Cosmetics brush. I'll have details of all the brushes and products I'm using for this look in the description bar along with the links. I'm applying the bronzer all over the perimeters of my face and it kind of blends the foundation and makes it look more natural and it adds dimensions as well. I am not into contouring, so I do not use contouring products, so I use bronzer for the same purpose. The formula is really nice. It's a matte bronzer, so you might have seen me using it all the time. For my brows, I'm using my L'Oreal Brow Artist Genius Kit. This is like my favorite eyebrow product at the moment. And I'm first applying the wax, and then we'll go over with the powder. This brush is also like really handy. You can wash and reuse it. I take my time to get my eyebrows done, because one of my eyebrows is like the eyebrow I'm working on right now has a lot of bald spots, so it takes a lot of time to get an even looking eyebrows. So I'm now brushing the hair back in place, curling my eyelashes and prepping them for the mascara. I have straight lashes, so I need to curl them. I'm using Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This is like my current favorite mascara. It's really good if you have short lashes, and I have short and very few lashes, so I need something that is volumizing as well as lengthening. This is really good. Now I'm taking Half Baked again. No, I'm taking Smog, sorry. I'm taking Smog from the palette and applying it on the lower lash line. I don't want the makeup to look too smoky. That's why I've taken this. On the inner corners, I'm applying Half Baked. For my blush, I'm using this matte peachy blush from Note Cosmetics. I'll have the shade name mentioned in the info bar. I really like this blush. It's matte. The formula is really nice, and it kind of goes really well with a warm toned makeup looks. Especially when I'm applying red lipsticks, it looks really nice. For highlighting, I'm using Makeup Revolution Radiant Light Blush. Radiant Light Highlighter in Glow. This is again one of my favorite highlighters. This is not a chunky, glittery highlighter. It looks really pretty and gives a nice sheen. I'm applying it on the high points of my face. Now with the help of a large fluffy brush, I'm going to blend blush, bronzer, highlighter, everything into my skin so that nothing looks streaky or patchy. For my lips, I'm using Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Rouge. This is like a very deep red lipstick. I really like the shade, but the formula is not good. It's very thick and it felt really weird and drying on the lips. So once it dried, my lips felt like really dead. So now the look is completed. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll have a YBP discount code mentioned in the info bar. Do check it out. You'll get 15% off on your purchase. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Till then, bye.